Good evening, student. Today I will discuss about electrical resistance. Already I have discussed about introduction of electric current, drift velocity, and the relation between drift velocity and electric current. So, first of all, I will discuss about drift velocity. Drift velocity means what? Drift velocity means it is the net average velocity with which free electrons are get drifted toward the positive terminal of battery. So already I have defined that one, whose formula can represent Vd equal to, here we write Vd equal to EV by ml into tau. It is tau average. Here E means charge of electron, V means potential difference across the conductor, M means mass of the electron, L means length of the conductor, and also tau can be represented as a relaxation time. What mean by relaxation time? It is the time in which, it is the net average time in which there is a collision between two successive electrons. That is called relaxation times. Clear? Similarly, as we know that the relation between drift velocity and electric current, drift velocity and electric current, whose relation is given by I equal to NEAVD. We substitute D, that means, or in other way it can also be represented as a VENA, VENA. So that means where N can be represented as number of electron per unit volume, E means charge of electron, A means area of the conductor, VD means drift velocity of electron. So from above relation we confined a new term by using both this condition. That term can be represented as electrical resistance. The term which can be represented as an electrical resistance. So what done by electrical resistance? Now I will start my topic, electrical resistance. So what done by electrical resistance? Suppose this is the conductor. This is the conductor. Now both the end of the conductor, connected to a battery by using a wire. So that can be represented as positive, that can be represented as negative. That's why that is the positive potential and that is the negative potential is here. Due to positive and negative potential which is applied across the conductor, so that there is number of electron floating inside the conductor. In other way, the current moves inside the conductor in that direction. So during that region, the current which flows from one end to other end, it is opposed by something. That means that something can be represented as a resistance. So electrical resistance is the property of a material which obstructs the electric current, where the current which is flowing inside the conductor. Again I will repeat that thing. Electrical resistance is the property of a material which obstructs the electric current, where the current flowing inside the conductor. Here we write that it is the property of a material which obstructs the electric current. So this is the important definition of electrical resistance. That's why that current which is flowing inside the conductor due to potential difference. So here you write potential difference per unit current, which is represent as a Newton. That term represent as R. So that R represent as an electrical resistance. Clear? Already you know that in 10th class Ohm's law. You know, in Ohm's law, voltage which is directly proportional to current, or current directly proportional to voltage. So if you remove the proportionality, we use a constant quantity. That constant quantity can be represented as R. That constant. So in Ohm's law, R is always constant. But in that case, R is not constant. It is different in different type of material. But R remains constant in Ohm's law. So Ohm's law is only applicable or valid in ohmic conductor. Those conductor which follows Ohm's law, at that case R remains constant. That's why R is different in different type of material. So in all the material, Ohm's law is not valid. Clear? So V by I equal to R. Its unit is R, which is equal to V by I. V means what? Potential difference, that is volt per ampere, or in other way, in SI it can be represented as ohm. What? Ohm. Clear? Please note it. Now I will define that R. Proof of electrical resistance. Proof. So we know the magnitude form of electric current versus drift velocity, which is given by in magnitude form electric current which is given by I equal to NEA VD. What? I means electric current, N means number of electron per unit volume, E means charge of electron, A means area of the conductor, VD means drift velocity of free electrons. Again, we know that drift velocity VD, which is equal to EV by ml into tau average. Here, drift velocity means charge of electron into potential difference divided by mass of the electron into length of the conductor, which is multiplied with relaxation time. That can be represented as a V. Clear? Now, when I put equation 2 in equation number 1, putting the value of equation 2 in equation 1, we get. Then what will happen? Then I equal to what? N E A VD means what? EV by ml into tau average. That means I equal to N E square A V by ml into tau average is 0. So I by v, that means I by v, because in right side v is there, now it is converted to denominator in left side. So I by v equal to n square a by ml into tau. Okay. Now v by I, which is equal to ml by n square a tau. Clear? In other way, v by I, which is equal to what? M by n square tau into L by A. So v by I, which is equal to what? M n square tau L by A. So v by I means what? Already I have defined that one. That means R. So R equal to M by n square tau L by A. Here, that is the resistance or electrical resistance. L is the length of the conductor, A is the area of the cross section, and M is the mass of the electron, N is the number of electron per unit volume, E is the charge of electron, and tau is the relaxation time. So if you represent a constant quantity, that term represent as a constant quantity, because in a particular given conductor, suppose this is the conductor, we apply a potential difference across the conductor at a given temperature. Okay, the mass of the electron remains same, the charge of electron remains same, and relaxation time is also remains same, and number of electron per unit volume is also remains same. So all this quantity remains constant, that means same. That's why that term represent as a constant quantity. So that constant quantity can be represented as a rho, and this one is L by A. So resistance, which is equal to resistivity of the material into length of the conductor divided by area of cross section. So resistance depends upon length of the conductor as well as area of cross section, where rho, which is equal to M divided by n square tau. That means the resistivity of the material depends upon what? Temperature. If you increase the temperature, I repeat, if you increase the temperature, then what will happen? Then the number of electron becomes ionized from that atoms. That's why they are vibrating more speedily, and their moves in zigzag motion, and they collide frequently, so that their relaxation time becomes decreases. Clear? Their relaxation time becomes decreases. So resistivity of the material depends upon only temperature, and also depends upon material. Which type of material, if you need it, that is depends upon resistivity. But resistance depends upon length of the conductor, area of the cross section, and also temperature. Clear? Resistance depends upon temperature, length of the conductor and area of cross section. But resistivity depends upon temperature and material of the conductor. Clear? Again I repeat, resistance always depends upon temperature, length of the conductor and also area of the cross section. But resistivity only depends upon temperature or material of the conductor. That means M is constant. If you are at a particular given temperature, electron remains constant, the number of electron remains constant per unit volume, charge of electron remains constant, their relaxation time remains constant, mass of electron remains constant. That's why resistivity is always constant at a given temperature. If you consider, suppose this is the copper wire. Suppose this is the copper wire and this is also a copper wire, like, okay. At that case, for a given temperature, if you represent resistance, resistance becomes changes for that wire and that wire, but resistivity of that material, because that material represents as a copper, so that's why resistivity remains constant. But resistance, because that long wire has length becomes increases, area becomes decreases. Clear? So length and area becomes changes, that's why resistance becomes changes. But the resistivity of the material remains same, because both have copper coil or copper wire. At that case, their free electrons are remain same and the relaxation time is also same, the number of electron per in volume also remains same, okay, charge of electron remains same. That's why resistivity of that material always remains constant. Clear? Please note it. So, unit of resistivity. So, resistivity, which is equal to what? M divided by N square tau. So resistivity, which is equal to mass of the electron, number of free charge of electron per unit volume, charge of electron into relaxation time. Or in other way, R equal to rho L by A. That implies rho equal to R A by L. So here we write R means, R is here. Area means what? Length into length divided by length. That's why resistance unit is ohm. Length cancel out. So ohm into meter. Ohm meter. So unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Dimension of resistance. resistance. So you know R equal to V by I. V means what? W by Q into I. That means W by Q means IT into I. That means W by I square T. So W means F into S divided by I square T. F means M1 whose dimension for M1 L1 T minus 2 is here. S means L1. I means I square means a to power 2. T means e to power 1. Okay. So we will write M1 L2 T minus 2 is here. In denominator t to power 1 is here. In numerator it can be represented t to power minus 3 is here. And in denominator a to power 2 is here. In numerator it can be represented as power minus 2 is here. So this is the dimension formula of resistance, that is M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 2 is here. Now I will define the dimension formula of resistivity. Dimension formula of resistivity. So you know the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So ohm means resistance, meter means L1. So ohm means what? M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 2 is here into L1 is here. So M1 L3 T minus 3 A minus 2. So this is the dimension formula of resistivity. So resistivity whose dimension formula is M1 L3 T minus 3 A minus 2. But in resistance the dimension formula is M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 2. So the dimension formula of resistance is M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 2. But in resistivity the dimension formula is M1 L3 T minus 3 A to power minus 2. So this is all about overall view of electrical resistance, resistivity and their dimension. Okay, thank you.